It's kind of crazy that we're having a chance to talk. Um, I,
Sure.
I've known you now for over a year, um,
Yes.
right? So you've been in crypto. How did you first get into crypto? Like, what was your first exposure to cryptocurrency?
Yeah, well, in fact, by 2017, I've been involved by some of my colleagues to take part in some trading crypto, trading forex and whatever related to crypto. But unfortunately, by then I didn't have so much experience and exposure about the cryptocurrency. And then I started learning.
Okay,
So
so
through
Godfrey.
my
By the way, for my audience, Godfrey lives in Tanzania, right? If I'm correct.
yes, sure.
And Godfrey is also known as Kriptolab. You might have seen that he's active in the Taucoin community. One of the number one supporters in that community. He's also very a big supporter of mine, so I've always been a big supporter of his. And
Correct.
I think what's really interesting is figuring out for the first time for me is learning the use case and how crypto has touched people in different places of the world. So I've never spoken with anybody in Tanzania about crypto. And you were starting to say now that your first exposure was one from a trading aspect. Were you already
Sure.
trading Forex and then you got into trading cryptocurrency?
By then I started following about cryptocurrency, and previously I didn't have any experience about trading about the cryptocurrency. But
So you
after
weren't doing
being
you
mixed
weren't
up,
doing any
with
trading.
some friends,
You had no trading experience in crypto or Forex. You weren't doing any trading. So probably,
sure.
so what was it a friend that came to you and said, "Hey, look how much money I'm making in crypto. You need to get into."
That's one of the points which attracted me. But the other thing is that there are some seminars and webinars which are being conducted here around. We normally participate to get several experience and whatever. So through that conditions of visiting, attending some meetings, webinars, and seminars is where I got experience about the cryptocurrency, through which I learned it from my friends as well, how much they make, how much they enjoy life in cryptocurrency. Then I said, oh, this is fine for me to get in.
Okay, so Godfrey, what were you doing? Like, what was your job? What was your job before you got into the cryptocurrency world? What were you spending your time doing?
Uh, my job professionally, I'm a teacher. Uh, I've finished my university study from Sokoine University of Agriculture 2015. From then, I've been teaching in public schools and private schools. So my job, I spent much of the time in teaching before coming into cryptocurrency.
Are you teaching middle school? Are you teaching university?
I'm teaching secondary schools.
Secondary school.
Oh, middle,
What
yeah,
subject?
secondary schools. Chemistry and biology, science subject.
Chemistry and biology. Okay, so you're a science guy, and
Sure.
you saw there were seminars. So on the seminar side, which cryptos, which projects were there? Was it all about Bitcoin, or was it like Ripple, or you know Neo?
Sure. By then, I got much experience from Bitcoin. But after that, I came to learn about Ripple. I came to learn about Neo. I came to learn about Binance Coin, Tron, and whatever. I get to know by then. Yeah.
So just going back to the seminars, who is
Yes.
having seminars there? Like, so you said the first seminar, was it a Bitcoin seminar?
No, the first seminar was about the cryptocurrency, how to trade cryptocurrency, how to I mean, the technical analysis is how before embarking on trade, key features or key knowledges, basic ideas you should have. Technical analysis, we have learned fundamental analysis about how to look on the chart, because you can't trade the crypto without consulting a chart. You should know the price actions, you see, and whatever involved in the analysis.
Dude, I'm horrible. I'm horrible with charting. Everyone knows I'm horrible with charting. Which exchange or which tools were introduced to you as your first place to do trading?
Binance exchange. That was my first experience to do.
So was the seminar sponsored by Binance, or was it just somebody doing a teaching and saying, "Hey, use Binance"?
The seminar wasn't sponsored by Binance, but some of the guys here have established, what should I call it, institution, whatever, but there are some guys who are being called themselves as crypto market consultants. You see, those guys are the ones who organize the seminars and the teaching sessions that we have been attended for some days. Almost they can arrange for a week, or for 2 days, or for 3 days, and so on.
Very cool. So today, how many people do you know physically, that you meet from your friends that are in the crypto world?
In fact, they're not so much big in number, 50 of my friends, or more than 50. We have a group with 157 guys. We are all doing trading, crypto trading.
And
those are the guys I know.
And are they all in Tanzania? No, this is around the world.
No, in Tanzania. But if you talk around the world, there are some friends, possibly I never met with them, but we do.
But there's 157 in Tanzania doing crypto trading.
Sure. Those guys I know physically. We met several times exchanging ideas.
Wow. That's very interesting. I mean, look, I'm active in the crypto community in Shanghai, for example. I've never met 157 people. And not even that many traders. So it's interesting to see how different places in the world focus on different things. This is an opportunity. I see that this is a way for you guys to make money, and that's why you got interested in it. So which projects do you think have the most exposure in Tanzania? It sounds like Binance is very well known in Tanzania. Which other projects are very well known there?
Country-wise, when we talk about cryptocurrency, it's still unknown to many. It's still unknown to many. Very few guys are being involved in cryptocurrency. And specifically to say, Bitcoin is the most popular here. Following with the other projects like Ripple, Ripple is working with the several financial institutions like banks and whatever. It is one of the most known here as well. So I can say the top 10 cryptocurrencies are well known around here.
Okay, so the coin market cap top 10.
Sure, yeah, I'm talking about the coin market cap top 10. They're well known, leaving behind other projects which are being born every now and then.
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised that no one is sending resources to do conferences or seminars. Why isn't you get what I'm saying? I would think maybe some of these Litecoin. I mean, they're obviously in the top 10, but maybe they would send a representative or have an ambassador, have more events or meetups. Sponsored events. It's interesting that there aren't many of those.
Yeah, I know one of the crypto of which I am one of the of the ambassadors, but it is not well known. It is called Action Coin. So few crypto projects which are having or which are driving, or what can I say, that they need to have representatives in certain countries, but not that much projects like Litecoin, as you have said, or any other related are doing conferences here and whatever. Most of the conferences here are being organized by either ourselves or anyone who wish to do, but not that much impressive, because maybe it's because they lack people who love it, the crypto industry or whatever, but the conferences are very minimal around here.
Now, are the conferences so far, like I know that you've gotten deep into trading. Have you also gone into mining, or have you gotten into operating a node? Are there conferences around the technical aspects of Bitcoin?
I never tried it before. But recently I'm just getting involved in mining one of the very newly established project, or crypto project. But previously, I never had an experience of running a node or doing mining and whatever. It was the time that I was learning, you see. So I never had such an experience. But for this moment, I can say yes, I have a mining experience through one of the very newly crypto project called the Taucoin. It is not so much known here, but yeah, I have such experience of mining crypto.
So the 157 of you are primarily traders.
Definitely, yes.
Okay. And there's not much of using, you're like, do you have like a ledger or a Trezor, a Nano? Like, do you have one of these hardware wallets for your Bitcoin, or is your Bitcoin on an exchange?
Ledger, I can say hardware wallet. Personally, I don't have. I'm not the only one. But there are some friends who are having. I've seen some friends selling hardware wallets, Ledger, Nano, OSC, and whatever. But also they are not so much known here. Everything new spreads slowly, and here they are not so much. I think even there are very few guys who are owning them. I'm not one of them. I'm just using other means of storing my crypto, like online or mobile wallet, but not hardware wallet.
Yeah. And when you say a mobile wallet, is there any wallet in particular you like?
Sure. I particularly like one of the crypto wallets called Remitano. Is the wallet which I can use to buy or store Bitcoin locally, or any crypto which is supported in the Remitano wallet. They have web wallet, but I prefer mobile wallet because it's more safer in terms of storing and whatever.
Can you say the name of that again?
Remitano.
Chano.
Yeah, Remitano.
Interesting. Is this a well-known one?
Yeah. Sure. It is very known here, and most of the crypto dealers here are using it.
If you don't mind, I'm going to look it up real fast because I want to make sure I'm spelling it correctly.
Do you see me well?
You know what? I will, here, I'm going to open the chat with you.
Okay.
Am I spelling it correctly? I don't know if you can see the chat.
Remitano. Not like that. Remove CH and replace it with the T. Bravo.
Okay, so
yeah, sure.
Remitano. Remitano.
Exactly.
Remitano.com. And now you use this to also purchase Bitcoin.
Exactly. Locally, if possible.
Remitano. I love it, man.
Yeah.
Now I have so much to learn about Remitano. So this is great. So far, you've really helped me understand, in your area, crypto is primarily speculative. You're using it for trading, right? This is something we use to trade. And then your first exposure as far as a tool set was Binance, which, that really makes me wonder and think about what is Binance doing? Because this was in 2017, right? That you learned about Binance.
Sure.
What are they doing that they got exposure into Tanzania before any of the other exchanges, or at least to you and your friends? And then we now learned about Remitano, which is fantastic. So what I want to learn more about now is kind of how your exploration led you to, are you on Bitcoin Talk?
Coin talk, like that?
Bitcoin Talk.
Oh yeah, I'm doing it.
So you got it. Did you get into like the bounty days and start doing airdrops with different coins?
Exactly, I do.
Okay, so that's what led you eventually to how we met at Taucoin, is because you were really interested in different airdrops and bounty programs.
Yeah, sure.
Is there what other airdrops and bounty programs were very popular in 2017, 2018, and which ones did you make money from, like actual money?
I didn't started hunting airdrops and bounty during 2017 because it was the time that I was being exposed in the industry, So I had to learn. I started hunting for airdrops and bounty around 2018, and this is the year I got so much experience about crypto. I don't remember well, but some of the projects, as you are being beginner, you can even check the shitty projects and whatever. So that's all about learning. So recently, I can say I made money from one of the crypto called the Bitcoin X. I don't see it existing now, but initially, as it was being started, 2019, like September to September, around November, I made money from Bitcoin X, but I don't see it existing now. You see, as I say, in crypto industry, you can pick something which is not that favorable. But recently, I got so much knowledge that before going to any airdrop or bounty, you should make enough research, to make sure this is perfect and a good project before doing.
You're spending your time. Yeah, you're spending a lot of your time, which is an investment. Now, what kind of work did you do for I think you said Bitcoin Air?
It was Bitcoin X.
Oh, Bitcoin X. So what work did you do with Bitcoin X to earn your Bitcoin X?
I was the community manager.
Interesting.
Telegram community manager.
Primarily Telegram and maybe Discord or Twitter.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So that's and now, has most of this died? Has most of the bounty action died? Is it gone? Are you still doing bounties? Are there popular airdrops? Are your friends doing any of them? Because from my perspective, they're all dead. I don't hear about any big airdrops. I don't hear about any big bounties. I think that all happened in 2017, 2018, and now it's gone.
Sure. The last project to do airdrop and the bounty hunting is Taucoin. To be honest, that was the last project.
Now, we could never have an interview together and not talk about Taucoin, right? I know that most of the people who are going to be watching this are Taucoiners. What I wanted as much as possible is to give value to some other audience people. I do, people, if this is the first time you're hearing about Taucoin, I think it's worth it to stick around because, you know, Kriptolab, is that really where you spend most of your time now? Is it mostly with Taucoin?
To be honest, that is true.
Yeah.
I spend most of my time with the Taucoin, community-wise, and supporting the way I can. Yeah.
And now you can earn Taucoin. You know, I haven't been involved in Taucoin for a while, but if I'm correct, you can earn Taucoin. You can only get Taucoin by earning it, or by doing a P2P trade in some sort of Telegram channel somewhere.
Yeah.
There's no other way to buy it. You can't. There's never been an ICO. There's never been an exchange that really listed it. I think there was maybe an exchange that listed it for like a day or something. I remember. I'm not sure.
Yeah, something happened around April to May. It was what exchange, in fact, which then shut down after some days.
Oh, the exchange got shut down, or Tau got shut down?
The exchange itself has not been providing transparency. Transactions were not going through. Lastly, it went off.
Okay, well, that's a good thing that you guys aren't involved with that exchange anymore. So on the earning Taucoin side, I also know that you can mine, and you're currently a miner.
Yes, call me a miner. It's called miner.
And now, is that all the hardware you're using? Is it just your phone, or do you have a computer?
I'm just using my phone. This phone we are using to shoot here. This is the miner, my miner phone.
So tell me, are you mining right now? Are you mining while we're doing this?
Because of the technical problems that have been appeared some few days ago, I stopped mining.
Okay.
I stopped mining for the last 4 days.
Okay. So that's good information.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
How big do you think the Taucoin community is? And the reason I ask this question is because the numbers on the website, and David agrees with me, the numbers on the website are a lot higher than reality. How many people do you think are actually holding Taucoin, unique individuals?
From community point of view, in the community, we are around 8,000 people.
8,000.
8,000 people, community member in Telegram. I'm talking about the Telegram community.
Yeah.
And perspectively, I can say the real people owning Taucoin. It's more or less 200,000. I can say like that. That's my estimation.
Crazy, man. I think that's probably too high, you know, because let's be honest.
Yeah.
For a time, it was very easy to earn Taucoin. All you needed was a Facebook account, right? So
yeah,
I think that there's probably a lot of people who cheated the system. I know for sure there are more people that own Taucoin than some of the biggest cryptocurrencies. I know that the community is huge. I can see it. It's very hard to get how many people are real or not. And again, I don't know if that's important. You know, like for Bitcoin, for example, some people say only 500,000 people own Bitcoin, right? So if there's only 500,000 people that own Bitcoin, there's no way that there's 200,000 people that have Taucoin. Like I would be so shocked. But
That's interesting.
you know, that's the thing. Like the 8,000 people in Telegram, I think that's real because I know that the numbers are a lot higher. I know that there's been, you know, community after community. I know that there are people who write articles and do videos, and
Yeah,
I know that there's a lot of people. And
yeah,
Dave
sure.
is a great founder. You know, he gets out there, he does his videos, and we all know that this is not a scam because at the end of the day, he's never tried to sell anything. This has all been about the technology. What are
Yeah.
what are you most excited about for Taucoin moving forward?
Come again, please.
What excites you? What are you looking forward to next for Taucoin? Do you are you are you, are you interested in seeing the mobile mining? Would you want it to get listed? Would you want another cryptocurrency to work with Taucoin? What would make you as a Taucoin miner, as a Taucoin community member, and as a Taucoin holder? What would make you the happiest next in Taucoin?
Yeah, first of all, I just have to say I'm proud to have Taucoin, and a lot of development which is going on behind the scenes. What I should like, or what I like to see next is to see Taucoin is doing better than what is being done now. I can, you know, it is not easy to predict the future of these crypto, but I can say from the picture I have now, I'm mostly interested to see Taucoin is becoming the next big thing in crypto industry. I can't guarantee about listing in exchange. I can't guarantee about anything, although I wish there should be, but that is not something we can't guarantee. You know, we have several exchanges. Also, we have internal factors which can either allow listing or disallow it. But whatever, what I like to see, Taucoin doing better. That is what I like, and I will become interested.
And I mean, I would love that too. I know that there's a lot of people who are passionate, a lot of good people. David's such a good guy, and
Yeah,
a lot of work has been put into this. I know that the goal, you know, in Bitcoin and in a lot of crypto, one of the biggest arguments that existed between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash still kind of
yeah,
exists, which is this argument between are nodes going to be owned by everybody where the hardware requirement is very low, like running on your phone, or do we need to make bigger blocks and is the hardware going to be so specialized that you need to have incentivized node structures or these bigger nodes to be able to handle it? There's still this, you know, and then there's of course, you know, the arguments about off-chain scaling and whatnot, but these are these two main concepts. Will nodes be
yeah,
able to operate on anybody's or on, you know, specialized? I can tell David obviously wants everyone to be part of mining. He wants everyone to be part of that process. For people that don't understand or don't know about Tau, it works on proof of transaction. So there's no
yeah,
work going in. The work that goes in is using the coin. And I know from firsthand experience, I've paid people in Tau to do work because I at one
okay,
point worked for Tau, I earned Tau, and then I gave my earned Tau to somebody else so they could do work. So as an economy, it does work. Um, I would love to see it grow. My question to you is, what needs to happen for it to grow? Because I know that the technology is growing. I know that we have
sure.
new mobile mining and there's new changes to the way the proof of transaction works, and you know, all this is great, but no one knows Tau. It does not exist.
It's true.
In most of the crypto world, it does not exist. So
Sure.
I believe that it's very important for people to know about it. what do you think needs to happen for people to know about Tao? Does somebody need to, you know, make videos and articles, or does somebody need to go and talk about it, or does there need to be a partnership with another, you know?
Uh, that's an interesting question. Sometimes it can be hard to tell and explain, but yeah, I love the question. Something very important to happen for Taucoin to be known is to have a strong and promising technology. We can talk about promotion. We can talk about the visiting conferences, blockchain conferences, seminar, and whatever. But if you lack technology, if you don't have good technology which can promise people, it can be a waste of time, waste of resources, and waste of money. For Taucoin to be known, my friend, if CEO David is watching this video, I can advise to stick in strengthening the technology. Technology will speak by itself.
Yeah, that's good
That
advice.
is what I believe.
I'm sure David will see it. I think that's great advice. You know, my advice is to start talking to the rest of the crypto community, to reach out to the CEOs and the CTOs of other projects and say, look, this is what we have. I think one of the best things that David mentioned was how Taucoin is also now working using IPFS. And I think that that's, and more of other things that have been built is really what's going to help grow Tao. But I'm not only proud of my work with Tao, but I'm just so honored to be part of this community. This community, all of the communities I've ever touched and worked with, is by far the most powerful, the happiest. Not a single person is upset. You know, everybody is into it. There's so much community involvement. You've given so much. I remember, you know, Taucoin Talk was created by a community member. There's just been so much personal investment, and you know, just talking with everybody and hanging out with everybody has been great. Godfrey, thank you so much for the time today, man. This was a pleasure. What I would love to do is for us to do this again. I want to learn more about Tanzania and what's happening, about the crypto crowd out there. And of course, you know, let's spread more information about Tao. Keep doing a great job. And
thank you.
We'll talk more soon, man.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm proud to have you here, also.
Ah, thank you, brother. So
I'm very happy.
How did that feel to you? How did you like that?
Come again?
How did you like talking? How did you like being on camera?
In fact, I really like that. You don't see my happiness now, but I'm very, I'm very happy. I'm very happy. Thank you very much. I expect to have more talk in the near future if God gave us breathe, you know.
And look, you know, I love the fact that you know how you discovered it. I love the fact that you know you've been teaching, and you know I hope that you'll continue teaching people also about crypto in Tanzania. You know, the faster different societies discover cryptocurrency, the faster they discover financial freedom. And it's up to us, everybody, to spread that knowledge.
Yeah, sure, that's true. You're speaking the truth.